Just when we all thought that the Johnny Depp situation could not get worse, that it couldn't be even more ridiculous than it already was, it appears that it is now somehow evolving into a situation that, just like I said, can be career damaging if not career ending, even though it should not be, does not deserve to be. Nothing about this situation qualifies the reaction that it's getting from these courts and from these movie studios and whatnot, but this is absolutely sad, man. So if you really don't know what's going on with the Johnny Depp situation, I don't want to spend too long on it because I feel like I've explained it enough in previous videos on this situation, and I feel like, honestly, to get through all of the detail and whatnot, it's going to take forever. So to just kind of summarize everything as quickly as I can right here, Johnny Depp and his ex-wife Amber Heard have been basically in this dispute for a long time now based on domestic abuse, okay? Amber Heard has claimed that she is a victim of domestic abuse and basically has pinned all of this over on Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp has now seen a ridiculous amount of backlash for a situation that, at least from what we can see, isn't really being told the way that it's supposed to be told, okay? So basically her claims have damaged Johnny Depp's reputation and career. Newspapers in the UK actually called him a wife beater. He then filed a civil case, I guess, against those newspapers, which were recently dismissed in favor of the newspapers, even though Johnny Depp has not been proven guilty of these things. He was not found guilty in a court. He was not found guilty even by a significant amount of evidence in all reality. But these, I guess these courts were in favor of the newspapers in the UK. And then now, unfortunately, it's getting even worse. Now, I've said this several times now at this point, this Johnny Depp situation really is more important to him than it really looks on paper, because I feel like a lot of people are looking at this situation and they're like, oh, you know, they're just allegations or whatever, like he can easily come back from this. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but no, this is not something easy to just come back from. I mean, I don't think some people understand how serious it is to be a man accused of basically beating a woman or committing domestic violence really in any way. It really isn't the same reaction as if a woman does it. I mean, let's keep it a $150 here. If a woman beats the shit out of her man, oftentimes, you know, people will say, oh, what did he do to deserve it? Oh, maybe he had something coming. Maybe he hit her first. Oh. But that's not the same reaction you're gonna get if you find out that a dude's beating his wife, okay? People will shun that person, and rightfully so. They'll shun him. Their career can be damaged. Really, their whole life. As a matter of fact, even in this specific circumstances, in audio played in the court, Amber Heard admits that she has actually hit Johnny Depp, and even went as far as throwing a pot and a pan in a kitchen at him, which probably could have really messed him up. You know what I'm saying? Pots and pans, they're quite heavy. They're not made of paper or cardboard. You know, you throw that, it's got some weight behind it. It's gonna hit hard. In all reality, you could kill somebody with a pan if you really tried to. So pretty much everything in this situation seems to indicate that Johnny Depp is either the sole victim of domestic abuse in this, or he is also a victim of domestic abuse, but it doesn't matter because, well, it's Johnny Depp and it's not Amber Heard. So Amber Heard's career, by the way, has not been affected in the slightest, really, since this all really happened. The only thing that I've noticed is public perception is not in her favor. She's not losing out on money. She's not losing out on any casting roles in Hollywood. She's not losing out on any of that. You know what I'm saying? She's not being ran through the mud in court or anything crazy. In fact, I would almost make the argument this probably has benefited her career because, to keep it very honest here, I barely knew who Amber Heard was before all this happened. Like, I knew, you know, of her and some of the stuff that she had done, but I wasn't like, you know, a #1 Amber Heard fan. Dude, Johnny Depp is one of the biggest actors of all time, so I feel like this has almost propelled her career in a situation in which it should not have. So, to put it, I guess, the easiest way possible here, Johnny Depp has lost out on a pretty lucrative acting role, okay, in a very big movie. And it's pretty much all because of this situation here. The one in which, by the way, he hasn't been proven guilty in. Public perception is on his side. Most people think that he's innocent, and as it seems, he's actually the victim of domestic abuse here, but he's actually lost a pretty massive role with Warner Brothers in which they asked him to resign from because of this situation. Now, apparently he was going to be starring in another rendition of the Fantastic Beasts films, which I haven't seen whatsoever. But back on Friday, Johnny Depp made the announcement that he will no longer be a star in this film series, which, from what I understand, is some sort of spin-off or prequel series to the Harry Potter films and books, if you guys don't know those exist, right? I mean, I'm not a huge fan of any of this stuff, so I really don't know all that much about that series or anything, but he was supposed to star in it. and issued a statement alleging that Warner Brothers, which the studio behind the movie, actually asked him to resign, quote, in light of recent events, which, I mean, Johnny Depp is not a super controversial person, at least from what I know. In fact, I think this is probably the biggest scandal I can remember from Johnny Depp. So there's nothing else that this could be attached to, you know what I'm saying? There's no other situation that Johnny Depp has been involved in which he would be asked to resign over, especially considering the fact of how huge he is in Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? Now, Warner Brothers confirmed that Depp has departed from the series and his role is supposed to be recast. Johnny Depp went to Instagram with an announcement that said, in light of recent events, I would like to make the following short statement. Firstly, I'd like to thank everybody who has gifted me with their support and loyalty. I have been humbled and moved by your many messages of love and concern, particularly over the last few days. Secondly, I wish to let you know that I have been asked to resign by Warner Brothers from my role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts, and I have respected and agreed to that request. Finally, I wish to say this. The surreal judgment of the court in the UK will not change my fight to tell the truth, and I confirm that I plan to appeal. My resolve remains strong, and I intend to prove that the allegations against me are false. My life and career will not be defined by this moment in time. So, the whole thing with the court was already ridiculous enough. I just made a video a few days ago covering that whole situation. That was already ridiculous enough because these newspapers and now Warner Brothers are acting as if this is an open and shut case, like as if there is 100% undeniable proof, like he's been found guilty in court and everything, that all this apparently happened. There's no kind of guilty verdict on his name, but yet he's been called a wife beater in the media, he's had roles recast, which, keep in mind, a movie that large with a studio like Warner Brothers, that was a multi-million-dollar, probably a completely fucking insane contract. Life-changing money to the average person that Johnny Depp has now had taken away from him. And I understand, you know, he's just like ridiculously rich. I get that, but that's not really the point. The fact that these accusations, which have yet to be proven in court, which have yet to be found guilty, not guilty, etc., and the public support is on his side, most people believe him, it's ridiculous to see the reaction out of these media outlets and out of even the people who were supposed to be working with him and paying him. And it sucks to see because all this really shows is just how quickly everyone will turn against you in a situation. You know, if your name's being dragged through the mud, even if it's undeserving, right? Like, even if you had nothing that you had done that really, I guess, warranted that kind of reaction or that behavior, people will flip on you as quickly as possible. And it doesn't matter who you are. You can be a world-renowned, just beloved actor like Johnny Depp, okay? And the moment that someone accuses you of doing something, and the proof in all reality is actually against them, your career is now damaged. I called this coming. I knew that this was going to happen. I knew that there was going to be this kind of behavior and this kind of reaction because in all reality, man, that's just how it works, unfortunately. I understand that Warner Brothers, they don't want to be, I guess, tied to somebody accused of domestic violence. I understand that any movie studio wouldn't want to do that, but here's the thing, okay? Here's the weird thing. Amber Heard, of course, she acts, right? Even though she literally admitted in audio, right, that she also committed domestic violence against Johnny Depp in at least one situation. You've never seen any of her roles recast over this whole subject. You've never seen any of these, you know, media outlets or anything calling her a man beater or a husband abuser. Even though the evidence goes against her and public perception is really against her, you'll notice that, right? You'll notice how everyone in these positions of power is quick to defend her. Johnny Depp's career is being damaged because of something that he likely didn't do, at least from what the evidence is suggesting. In fact, it appears that he is the victim to a certain extent, but yet he is the one suffering because of it. He's the one being attacked because of it. He's the one losing out on job opportunities because of this. And you're telling, like, no one thinks that this is messed up. No one is, like, looking at this and saying anything about this. And it's funny because now that people are aware of what's happening, Warner Brothers is in some deep shit. It seems like everyone is against Warner Brothers now, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, they can go fuck themselves for this one. The way that they've handled this is pitiful. The fact that they have yet to stand behind somebody who has done as much as Johnny Depp has for Hollywood is absolutely fucking pitiful, man. It's absolutely pitiful. And I think this situation really does say a lot about these kinds of situations. Johnny Depp really deserves better than this, man. This is absolutely it's honestly tragic because You gotta think, if this was maybe not Johnny Depp and this was like an average guy, there wouldn't be any sort of outcry over this. If this was your neighbor and this same situation was happening and you know, he's working his desk 9 to 5 or whatever, nobody would give a fuck. Everyone would hate him. And that's not to say that Johnny Depp shouldn't be supported because he's like a public figure or whatever, but a lot of these situations do happen, more than Johnny Depp. And it's time that people finally start to realize not only is Johnny Depp being done wrong, but there's a lot of people, male and female, out there being done wrong. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. Thank you to my channel members. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, standing up for Johnny Depp and signing out.